Welcome back. I'm Richard Hosnote, and I'm your host for the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast and this Wisdom Inspired Life YouTube channel. Great to have you back. This begins an extended series exploring the topics of caring, compassion, and kindness. It's part of my Words of Wisdom series, which becomes very nicely WOW. And in this particular series, I'm going to be sharing with you quotes from people you know and people you don't know on the topics of caring, compassion, and kindness. I discovered as I looked into this quotes, and I realized that people were talking about caring, compassion, and kindness from different perspectives about what it was and what it meant to them. And in ways better than probably I could sit here and talk to you for hours, by sharing with you quotes from people, you can understand the wide range of possibilities that come when you become a more caring, compassionate, and kind person, all of which is integral to living a wisdom-inspired life. So that's what this is all about. So have some fun with this. I did in putting it together, and hopefully you'll get a sense of that fun as we go through this. So let's get into the quotes for this episode. We'll have some interesting quotes and diverse quotes on the topic of compassion and kindness and caring here. So let's get started. There's no exercise better for the heart than reaching down and lifting people up. There's no exercise better for the heart. Yeah, the physical heart, but it's our heart, the heart of who we are, nourishing ourselves and taking care of ourselves, than taking care of others, reaching down and lifting other people up. We sometimes think of, the definition of compassion is relieving the suffering of others, and yes, they benefit from relieving their suffering, but the person who is compassionate towards others also reaps great benefits by going beyond themselves to be able to help others. John, thanks for that quote. From a different source, different perspective, quoting, "Too often we underestimate the power of a touch, a smile, a kind word, a listening ear, an honest compliment, or the smallest act of caring, all of which have the potential to turn a life around, individually but collectively. Touch, smile, kind word, listening ear, honest compliment, and the smallest act of caring. The potential to turn a life around. Individually and in combination, especially, it's a powerful way of caring and compassion towards others." I love these quotes on these in and around the topic and giving broader perspective and related aspects to being a caring, compassionate, kind person. Leo, thank you very much. Albert's back. Based on this picture, he might have stuck his finger in a light socket, I'm not sure. He has many looks, each of which is endearing. He's one of the great people. He was voted Man of the Century by Time magazine in the year 2000. Man of the Century, okay? Quoting, "Our task must be to free ourselves." How? By widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of nature and its beauty. Compassion not just for other human beings, but embracing all living creatures and the whole of nature. We think often of compassion towards other people, but compassion towards other living creatures, animals, insects, all these other inhabitants on the planet. I watched a just an absolute touching video that my wife shared with me the other day of a baboon trying to rescue a very newly born bird floating in water desperately and with no chance to get out. And all the efforts that this baboon made in a very compassionate way to rescue this little bird. This big baboon and this little bird. Being compassionate among all the community of residents on this planet is the way we free ourselves. Albert, thank you. Another great person. It's easy enough to be friendly to one's friends, right? That's right. But to befriend the one who regards himself as your enemy is the quintessence of true religion. The other is mere business. Okay? To befriend the one who regards himself as your enemy is the quintessence of true religion. That's what Mahatma Gandhi was all about. Not seeing people as enemies, but seeing people as co-inhabitors, in this case of India. And how do we transform this into a bigger entity where we are all one in the very, very trying circumstances of breaking free from the Commonwealth of Nations in many ways. One of the most challenging, and his personal example lives on as an inspiration to all of us. But being compassionate and caring and with people that we might consider an enemy or that consider us an enemy is one of the greatest challenges of compassion and caring and kindness on the one hand, but also, when successful, one of its most powerful aspects. Thank you, Mahatma Gandhi. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. How can you go wrong? Commit unexpected acts of kindness. Commit expected acts of kindness towards others. Kindness. There is no act of kindness, no matter how small, that's ever wasted, because it always helps in some small and bigger ways. Wisdom from centuries ago is as true then as it is now. Thank you, Isa. Well, as always, if you'd like to know more, you can go to mywisdominspiredlife.com. You can listen to the Wisdom Inspired Life podcast there. New episodes released every Saturday or Sunday. You can also listen to them on Apple and Google and Spotify and all the other places that you can. Well, as you've figured out by now, I'm on a journey to try and help this world be a bit more caring, compassionate, and kind to deal with the challenges that we face, in the hope that it'll help us all live a more wisdom-inspired life. Thank you for participating with me in that journey today, and I look forward to continuing that journey with you.